Happy Sunday, champions. Welcome to day 20 of Ask Me Anything series. Today's topic is your call number. Before I dive into today's subject matter, let me introduce myself to those that are new to the brand. My name is Omotola the Great. I am the lead consultant here at the Funding Magnet, where our mission is to aid at least 1,000 nonprofits to fully fund their budget. We believe that you don't have to go broke to make a difference and that you can make a living while making a difference as well. We know that sometimes it can be a lonely journey for you as a social good engineer, as a champion or change maker who want to make a difference in the society. We are here to aid you, to support you with all the things you need, the tools, the templates, the training, the resources to ensure that you are able to do the good that you want to do in the community. We are here to support you to save life, to change life, and to transform communities for good. And we want to make it easier for you to build a non-profit organization that works with your lifestyle and that you don't have to trade time, energy for it in a way that it drains you and you get unfulfilled or you burn out as well. And so don't be a stranger. Feel free to send us a message or DM or leave a comment in any of our posts, and we'll definitely reach out to you in 24 to 48 hours. Okay, and also let us know how we can support you, how we can help you. If there are specific things that you need that you like to see from our brand, do not hesitate to let us know as well. Okay, let's dive in. I just want to say congratulations to myself because we made it to day 20 of this Ask Me Anything series. So this series came as a result of people having specific questions about different aspects of starting a nonprofit, running a nonprofit, growing the nonprofit, expanding it, scaling it, funding it, creating a project, doing program evaluation as well. And so I hope that you find this helpful, and I hope that you not only just watch and listen, but you implement. I always tell people, knowledge is not power. It is applied knowledge, implemented knowledge. That's where the power is. And if you don't apply it, if you don't implement it, nothing is going to change for you. So I hope that you are going to be one of the 1% who is going to execute. And I look forward to hearing your result and sharing your testimony with us and how you're able to change things for the better for yourself and for your nonprofit, because you are an action taker and you implement it. Okay, let's dive into today's topic. Like I said, today's topic is all about call numbers. And so I'm going to explain what call number is. So, and why it's important. Your call number is the number that tells a potential funder, a potential donor, a potential sponsor, a potential supporter about the exact amount you need to be able to do the good that you do for a particular person. And so to break that down, and so it's your call number is a calculation that include all your expenses. So you have to include both the combination of your direct and indirect expenses. And so what I mean by direct and indirect expenses, your direct expenses might be your program or project cost, everything it takes for you to run that particular program or project. But on the flip side, your indirect expenses are things that are more like administrative fee or expensive, like your rent, money for utilities like paying for transportation, paying for electricity, paying for water, paying for office supplies and things like that, paying the salaries of your employees if you have some, giving stipends to your interns or your volunteer, and paying the executive director of your organization, among other things. And so one of the mistakes I see a lot of nonprofit organizations make is that they wholly focus on their direct expenses. But the truth of the matter is, for you to build a profitable, for you to build a sustainable organization, you cannot just tell us the half truth. Yes, most people think that, if we have a lower amount of money, then that will get people to want to give to us. That's not always true. And so I want you to start really telling the full story, because the truth is, think about it. Yes, you might have a great program that you've designed. You might have a wonderful theory of change. But if there are no people, if there is no system, there's no process to run it, then it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. It's just a tool to hand. But that tool, which is your program or your project, is amplified by the people, by every other expenses that you need to run it. And so yes, why the project and the program focus a lot more on the people, the beneficiary, but the indirect cost is also important and it matters. And so when you're thinking of creating or calculating your core number, you need to focus on both the direct and indirect cost, because if you focus on just the program cost and you don't include the indirect cost, you're going to either be stressed out because now you need more people but you don't have the money, or you have a lot of beneficiary and then this kind of support they need, you cannot provide it because you didn't plan for that. And so it's always very important that you include both the direct and the indirect cost when you are calculating your core number. And so how do you figure out your core number? So your core number is not your overall program budget for the year or for that particular event or program, or your overall program organization budget. That is not what we mean, but you need it. So the way that you can easily know your core number, if you've never done this before, is to look at the last year. How much did you spend to be able to bring about your program? How much did it cost you? So let's say you're an organization and you were able to, let's say, spend $500,000 to be able to run your program. Okay, and then the next question you need to ask yourself is, how many people did you serve? So what is if you can count the number of lives or people that were transformed by your program, that you reached directly with your impact, how many people did you serve? And so your core number is very important. And so when you're calculating this, it's a combination of your total expense from last year plus each person that you served. And so let's say it's 500,000 that it cost you to serve these people, and then you were able to reach 500 people last year to be able to do this program that you did. And so you were going to divide it by 500,000 divided by 500, and that's what is going to give you a core number. But it doesn't stop there. That's just the total unit. So you're saying that, okay, if we do 500,000 divided by 500, and whatever the amount is, that's just for the whole year that it takes to work with one person in your organization. But to now break it down further, you have to think about it to say, okay, how many days of the year did we serve these individuals? Was it just a 21-day program? Was it a 30-day program? Was it a 3-month program? If it's 3 months, that's 90 days. So you divide that 500 divided by 500 by 90 days if it was a 90-day program. If it was a 30 days program, you divide it by 30 days and then you get your real core number. So you can now tell people, potential donors, potential funder, to say that, you know what, every single day that we work with these individuals, it takes us $10 per day to work with them, or $20 per day, or $25 per day. And if you don't want to calculate it by every day, you can divide it by week. How many weeks? Is it a 12-week program? Is it a 9-week program? Is it a 10-week program? And then you can use that as well to support your work. So let's give a very simple example. So let's say your budget was $5,000 for a project that you did in Q1. And so out of that 5,000, you were able to help at least 100 people with 5,000, and it took you about 14 days to do that. And so what you're going to do is going to be 5,000 divided by 100 divided by 14 days. And so when you're now talking to potential donors, potential funders, potential supporters who want to give to your organization, whatever that amount is, that is what you're going to do. Every day that we work with this individual, it takes us $10 to work with each person, or $5 to work with each person. And so this can really help you to break it down. Instead of just giving them a random number or a huge amount, it make it easy. So you can now do a way that you can say, okay, can we sponsor a child? Will you be willing to sponsor a child at $5 per month or at $10 per month, and use that to go forward? And so that is how you calculate your core number. And if you're able to do that, the chance of people giving to your organization, it's definitely going to increase, and it's definitely going to move forward. And so I hope that you find this really helpful. And if you still have questions about your core number and how you can use it to advance your work and definitely improve what you do, don't hesitate to reach out to us as you go forward. Also, the reason why your core number is essential is that, let's say there's an emergency like grant funding available, and they don't necessarily want you to go through the normal application process that is long and drawn out. And they said, let us know for this particular project you're working on, how many people are you trying to serve? How much does it take to work with them per day? And how many days or how many weeks or how many months or how many quarters do you work with them? You can, once you have your core number, you can easily use it to now calculate the total cost of the project and what the budget will look like as you go forward. Again, remember, when you're doing your core number, you are doing a combination of both the direct cost and the indirect cost. And so direct cost can be everything that you need to be able to do the program. And then the indirect cost is the back end stuff in terms of like the administrative cost, the rent, the utilities, the office materials, the office equipment that you need, and calculating that into that. And so for you to be able to have a true core number, you need to really take the time to understand every amount of money, every amount of everything that you need to run your program successfully. Then you need to also have your operating budget for your organization, so that way it's easy for you to be able to calculate everything that has to go in on the back end side for your nonprofit to be successful. And so once you have your core number, when you're doing a call to action in your post, in your newsletter, when you're speaking to somebody one-on-one on a virtual space, it's easy. You're not thinking about it. You already have it in hand to say, you know what, if you're willing to, if you can partner with us, it takes us $5 a day to help these children, and we work with them for 30 days. And so it's going to be $5 times 30. And so whatever the number is, that's $150. That's exactly what it takes for you to work with a child and be able to have them in your program and change their life and save their life and transform their community for good. And so if you're able to do that, it's become easier to ask for funding. It's become easier to ask for donation. And then you can track yourself. You can create the thermometer of giving to say, you know what, our goal this year is to be able to sponsor and support maybe 500 families. And then once you know your number, that, okay, it takes at least $50 or $40 or $100 or $500, whatever the amount is, to sponsor one family, then you can know and you can see that, okay, where are we? Like, do we have $20,000? 20,000 divided by $50. If it's $50 that it costs to work with the family, that will give you the total. So let's say out of your 500 goal, you now have at least enough money to help 30 families. And then you can count down that way and can go, no, already we have 30 people that have given, that are sponsoring. We have 20 more spots left. Help us to change life. Help us to transform community. Help us to change the legacy that we see in terms of people and what is going on as well. And so if you're able to do that, it's going to make a huge difference. And then it removes the pressure of you to always have to have like a long speech to give. You can easily just craft a message around your core number and use that as your daily call to action every single day. Imagine if you have a target for QT. QT is about to start soon, right? March is almost over, and you have a target for QT where you say, you know what, our goal is to sponsor 30 students in 30 days in April, right? And it's going to cost $50 to sponsor the children, right? For whatever program or project you're planning. And so imagine if you do a countdown to say, okay, we're going to start this program in May or June. And so the month of April, we're going to dedicate it to asking. A is for asking. And then you, every single day, you repeat that call to action. You can help us change a life or transform a life or save a life or transform a community by investing $50 to send a student to a summer camp that is going on in June. This is what this $50 will do. It will provide mentorship. It will provide opportunity for STEM. It will provide opportunity for them to explore leadership, to do. And so you can talk a bit about exactly what the $50 will cover and how it's going to help this particular population or participant that you are investing in as well. And so I hope you find this helpful. And again, like I said, implement. Don't wait. Don't just take the knowledge and then do nothing with it. And I would love for you to share your core number with me. Use the calculation, use the formula, and let me know what your core number is as an organization. Again, next month, on April 5th, I have a free masterclass coming on called the Fully Funded Plan, and it's free. It's at 12:30 Central Time, which is about 6:30 p.m. West African Time, and it's going to be amazing. It's 60 minutes of your time. The goal is to do a 30 to 40 minutes presentation teaching, and then I'll give you at least 15 to 20 minutes to answer specific question to your own organization. So to join that, go to the link in the bio and click sign up and for the free masterclass, and I hope to see you there. Also, if you're interested in other training courses from us as an organization, there's another link in the bio. When you click the link in the bio, you see the option to learn more about TFM Digital Academy. When you go there as well, you can get free or paid courses that is relevant to where you are and what you need for your organization to thrive and succeed as well. Also, if you have another question specific to your own organization that I've not answered in this 20-day live that I've done, feel free to send it to me as a chat or in a private message as a DM, and I'll definitely attend to it. So don't be a stranger. We are here for you. We want to support you. We want to hear from you. If there are any pressing need that you have, that you think that, okay, have you thought about this? Can you help us with this? This is what we're struggling with. We want to hear from you. We want to make sure that we can serve your highest good. And so do not hesitate to ask. Do not hesitate to knock on our doors. We are going to be happy to provide whatever you need so that you can thrive and continue to be a change maker and be a champion for good. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And tomorrow I'll be back same time at 5:30 Central Time, and we're going to go on another topic. But until then, keep doing good. Bye, everyone.